All right, we are live. So tonight we are going to go through what we went through, a little bit of what we went through last week. This is how to have inner peace, and it's part 3. So I'm going to tell you, I took a journey for 9 months into Thailand, and I had some of this information already. But being in Thailand, and I sat with a lot of master monks and worked with a lot of monks and traveled with a lot of monks. And they taught me and I taught them, and we shared what we knew. And it was really a beautiful thing that happened. So I am sharing some of the stuff that they told me, I'm sharing with you. So here we go. Now this is the part I shared with them. So it's called Hobo Bono, and and we went over this last week, and we're going to go over it every week because it reminds you. It's going into your brain. It's reminding you of things. So I'm sorry you're saying this to yourself for everything you've put yourself through your life. We all have done it. We've all put ourselves through some cruddy things. So we're going to apologize to ourselves. This is clearing things inside of you. Please forgive me. As if you're talking to your friend, you're talking to yourself. Thank you, and I love you. You're telling yourself, thank you for forgiving me, and I love you. I love you. And this is a hard one. People don't ever usually tell themselves this. So this is going to start a process of clearing all the junk that you've done to yourself through the years. The more you do it, the more it clears, the quicker you get through to a non-suffering, a peaceful place. So then we have to go through these things. And these things right here are basically the same as these, but just said in a different way. Because if you're really, telling yourself you're sorry, you're speaking truth inside yourself. You're telling yourself the truth. If you're saying, I'm sorry for the stuff that I have done, and I'm not sure you guys can see this, so I'm going to move it up just a little bit and see if it's okay. Maybe not. There's a glare on there that I cannot help. But if you're telling yourself the truth, then of course you're going to be sorry for the things you did in your past. But you're going to forgive yourself and move on. So you're going to give yourself loving kindness. See? Please forgive me. You're going to start giving yourself loving kindness. Then you have to have patience, because this is a journey. You didn't get here in a night. You're not going to leave this suffering in a night. I mean, you can, but you have to really work at it inside yourself. This is you. This is your job. I'm giving you tools, but you're going to have to do it. I can't do it for you. Just like I can't, if you're hungry, I can't eat for you. I can give you food to eat, but I can't eat for you. It's the same. I can give you these things, but if you don't do it, it's not going to work. But if you do it, I can tell you it will work. So here we go. Then we have patience. Then we have to give it an effort. And that's what I was just saying, right? You got to give it an effort, because if you don't give it an effort, it doesn't do anything. You're just sitting in limbo like you've done all your life, in suffering and sadness. Then you have to have a balance. So through this process, you'll find yourself getting very happy. Very happy. You'll start getting happy, and you're just, oh, this is the greatest thing in the world. Oh, I'm so happy. But you have to have a balance, because when you go up, you come down unless you have a balance, unless you balance yourself. So I'm going to teach you how to balance yourself. So this is what we went over last week pretty much. Then we're going to go over here, and we hit on these, but we didn't really go through them. So I'm going to go through them, and I'm going to speak on what exactly they are, okay? The first one is mindfulness, and we hear mindfulness, oh, it's going around the internet, it's all in schools, it's everywhere. But does anybody really know what mindfulness is? So I'm going to tell you what it is. It's having knowledge of what is going on right here. Okay? Instead of letting it run crazy, we have over 60,000 thoughts a minute, or not a minute, a day. That would be a lot. We have over 60,000 thoughts a day. So if you're letting your mind go, you have no control. You're not mindful. So you have to pay attention to what's going on. What are you thinking? I'll ask people, what are you thinking right now? They'll get this stare in their face. I'm like, what are you thinking? It's not a rhetorical question. Know what you're thinking, because if you don't know, your mind is going shh, and it's going to create suffering in you. That's what it does. That's what we're used to. That's what we've been trained to do our entire life. So mindfulness is paying attention to what is going on in here and in here. Okay? And if you are watching TV, listening to the radio, or just going out in public, you're going to have to pay attention to what's going into your brain. This is mindfulness. Anything you put in here, you're either going to have to cultivate it and make it grow, or you're going to have to delete it, because it's either going to create suffering or non-suffering. This is the way it works. And we're not aware of this. Most of our life, we walk around, things are coming in, we're watching this, we're doing that. And we're not aware of the things that are being planted, the seeds that are being planted in our mind. So we have to pay attention to this mindfulness. Mindfulness. What is going on? And if you're having something going on, take a deep breath. See, I'm going to tell you how to fix these things as we go along. So if you're in your mindfulness and you feel chaos inside,